Welcome to Daily Development, your guide to unlocking your true potential. In this channel, we delve into the fascinating world of human behavior, wealth creation, and personal development. If you enjoy this type of content, consider subscribing. In today's video, we will share with you 9 weird things introverts do that are actually completely normal. Introverts get labeled as weird quite often. Why? Simply because their actions might seem a bit unusual to those extroverted souls out there. But here's the deal. What you consider weird, introverts deem completely normal. Sometimes they just need their alone time or prefer listening over talking. And guess what? That's perfectly okay. In this video, we're going to debunk some myths about introverted behaviors. If you're an introvert who's tired of being misunderstood or an extrovert wanting to understand, keep watching. 1. Enjoying solitude. Introverts often get labeled as loners, but the truth is, they just enjoy their own company. This doesn't mean they don't like being around other people or that they are antisocial. It just means that they often find solitude restorative and energizing. When an introvert prefers to spend a Friday night at home with a good book rather than out at a lively party, it's not because they're weird. It's because they recharge in quiet environments. When you see an introvert relishing in their own company, remember, it's completely normal for them. They're just refueling their energy in the way that works best for them. 2. Preferring deep conversations. Introverts are often known for their preference for deep conversations. While some may find it odd, there is a certain allure to exploring the realm of the strange and unusual when it comes to the conversations of introverts. These meaningful discussions about peculiar topics hold a special place in an introvert's heart, providing a sense of connection and intellectual stimulation that cannot always be found in small talk. One of the reasons why introverts are drawn to deep conversations about weird things is their natural inclination towards introspection. They tend to spend a significant amount of time reflecting on their own thoughts and ideas, often delving into the mysteries of life and pondering the peculiarities of the universe. This introspection fuels their curiosity, leading them to seek out others who share their interest in delving into the unknown. 3. Taking time to make decisions. Introverts are often characterized by their thoughtful and introspective nature. They like taking their time to process information and consider all angles before making a decision. This can sometimes be mistaken for indecisiveness or hesitation, but in reality, it's because introverts' brains are wired a little differently. According to The Introvert Advantage by Marty Olson-Laney, introverts have a longer neural pathway for processing stimuli. Information runs through a pathway that is associated with long-term memory and planning. In other words, it's more internalized and thorough. So, when an introvert takes a little longer to decide what to order at a restaurant or which movie to watch, remember, it's not weird. It's just their brain doing its thing in its own systematic way. 4. Not enjoying being the center of attention. Introverts typically shy away from the spotlight. This doesn't mean they lack confidence or have self-esteem issues. It simply means they prefer to blend in rather than stand out. Being the center of attention can often feel overwhelming for an introvert. They would rather contribute in their own unique way, without an audience watching their every move. If an introvert seems uncomfortable when all eyes are on them, don't label it as weird. It's just their preference to engage from the sidelines, and that's perfectly normal. 5. Needing time to recharge after socializing. For introverts, socializing can be exciting and enjoyable, but it also can be quite draining. Unlike extroverts who gain energy from such interactions, introverts often need some time alone to recharge afterwards. It's not that they didn't enjoy the social event or don't like the people they were with. It's just that the interaction takes a lot out of them, and they need some solitude to regain their energy. If you see an introvert withdrawing for a bit after a lively group activity or a long day at work, it's not weird. It's just their way of recharging and getting back to their best self. 6. Feeling things deeply. Introverts are often deeply in touch with their feelings. They experience emotions intensely and may take longer to process these feelings. It's not unusual for an introvert to spend time reflecting on their emotional state, dissecting their feelings, and trying to understand them. This deep internal processing is often mistaken as overthinking or being overly sensitive. But the reality is, feeling things deeply is a part of who they are. It allows them to empathize with others, appreciate the beauty around them, and experience life in a rich and meaningful way. When an introvert seems to be lost in their thoughts or emotions, remember, It's not weird, it's just their way of connecting with the world around them, and it's honestly quite beautiful. 7. Choosing to listen rather than speak. Introverts often possess the remarkable ability to choose listening over speaking, an intriguing behavior that sets them apart in social settings. Unlike extroverts who may thrive in being the center of attention, introverts derive great satisfaction from actively engaging in deep and meaningful conversations. By prioritizing listening over speaking, introverts showcase their knack for absorbing information, understanding varied perspectives, and developing profound insights. This choice reflects a deliberate strategy that allows them to offer thoughtful and well-considered responses, reflecting the depth of their internal processing. If an introvert seems quiet during a conversation, it's not because they're disinterested or weird. They're just busy soaking up all the information and forming their own thoughts. And that's perfectly okay. 8. Preferring one-on-one interactions. Introverts tend to prefer one-on-one interactions over big group settings. They find it easier to connect and engage in meaningful conversations when it's just them and another person. This doesn't mean they can't handle social gatherings or that they always avoid group activities, but given a choice, they are more likely to opt for a quiet dinner with a friend over a noisy party with a crowd. So, if an introvert prefers a more intimate setting for their social interactions, it's not weird, it's just their way of building deeper connections. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. 9. Finding value in silence. For introverts, silence isn't empty or awkward. It's full of possibilities. It's a space for reflection, creativity, and inner peace. So, when an introvert seeks silence or enjoys quiet moments, it's not weird. It's a testament to their ability to find meaning and comfort in stillness. And that's not just normal, it's also incredibly powerful. The essence of introversion is not about being antisocial or weird. It's about finding strength in solitude, cherishing deep connections, and celebrating quiet moments. Introverts are thinkers, dreamers, innovators, and creators. They offer a unique perspective that enriches our understanding of the world. Their ability to listen and observe attentively makes them empathetic leaders and friends. Introversion is not an anomaly to be fixed or an oddity to be laughed at. It's simply a different way of experiencing the world. And it's time we recognize its value and potential.